Hi, I'm Damari Gurry. You're watching Reggae Boyz commentary.
Just goes like that. Reggae Boyz invasion of the world. Big side, big side.
Hey guys, thank you so much for taking your time out to watch this video in particular. But let me give you an update on a channel called Sport City. Yes, Sport City. It is a channel dedicated to everything related to Jamaican sports. Football, cricket, athletics, netball, rugby league, rugby union, tennis, lacrosse, swimming, you name it, we got it on Sport City. And what is the channel designed to do? It is designed to highlight Jamaican talents across all of those sporting disciplines. If you're a Jamaican and you're playing that sport, then we got you covered on Sport City. So it's quite simple, guys. Hit the subscribe button to Sport City right now. Hello everybody, I'm Simon Preston. Welcome back to Reggae Boyz Commentary. This is your platform for everything Jamaican football related. How is everybody doing? Is everybody doing okay? Are you guys doing okay? It's Wednesday, it's the middle of the week, and personally, I feel that the time is a matter that goes by extremely quickly, So we're at the middle of the week, and as you quint, it's Friday, and as you quint, it's Sunday. And as you quint, by the time next week Sunday rolls around, we'll know the two finalists in the Jamaica Premier League. So it just goes to show how time flies and how quickly things have been moving. And I think it just shows everything really in terms of the length of time and the events that are to come. I was making the point earlier in terms of the summer events that are ahead, in terms of the busyness of what this summer has in store for Jamaica generally. You're thinking about a T20 World Cup in the Caribbean. You think about the World Cup qualifiers. You're thinking also about the Copa America. You're thinking about the Olympic Games. You're thinking about the Under-20 Women's Lacrosse World Cup, which Jamaica is participating in. You also think about as well the Under-20 Championships in track and field as well in Peru in August. This weekend you have the World Relays taking place in the Bahamas, which is a qualifier for the Olympic Games as well. So in the grand scheme of things, you're looking at a very busy time frame from the beginning of June until even going into September as well, as we have the indoor men's lacrosse World Cup as well, where Jamaica is participating in. So a very busy summer in everything. But this video in particular, we're going to get into the under-17s, and I'm going to get to these questions in particular as well. Danny Spalding says, "One Simon up. Yeah, man, hope you're doing well." And that's in relation to the Under-17 Reggae Boyz. Yes, the Under-17 Reggae Boyz, they will be in action on Friday and Sunday as they face Trinidad and Tobago in two friendly matches at the Captain Horsburgh Center of Excellence. Friday and Sunday, two games as they amp up preparations for the Concacaf Under-17 qualifiers, which is slated for August. But what I'll say here is this, you've seen the trend, in terms of Trinidad and Jamaica. Last year would have been 2023. Trinidad and Tobago's senior team came to play Jamaica in Jamaica, 2 matches. We also had Jamaica's under-15 team go to Trinidad. We also had Trinidad's under-17 team come to Jamaica, play at Arnett Gardens and play at the St. Elizabeth Technical High School. And we saw in 2024 where the under 20 Reggae Boyz went to Trinidad for 2 matches against Trinidad and 1 against a club team. And also we saw where the senior men's national team took on Trinidad in 2 matches as well, March 1 and March 3 of this calendar year as well. And now the under-17 Trinidad and Tobago team are coming to Jamaica to play 2 matches as well. So it just goes to show, the MOU, the connection between both teams and the journey that lies ahead. So I just want to bring people up to speed with the information of the under-17 championship. What are some of the changes that we can expect? What are the things that are new, in terms of under-17 qualifying? What makes this cycle so special? What makes it so, riveting and enthralling? So that is what we're going to get into this video in particular. So the Under-17 World Cup, the FIFA Under-17 World Cup, as we know, is a tournament that began all the way back in 1985. Can you believe it? 39 years ago. That's when the Under-17 World Cup began. Germany are the defending champions of the tournament. Nigeria, though, they're the most successful team in the history of the Under-17 World Cup with 5 titles. All right, they're the most successful team with 5 titles. The tournament began, as I said, in 1985 with a 16-team event. And from 1995 all the way going to the 2005 edition of the tournament, it was a 16-team event. Jamaica, of course, qualifying for the 1999 edition of the tournament in New Zealand. And in this tournament as well, Jamaica were in a group with Qatar, Paraguay, and Burkina Faso. That was Jamaica's group within the Under-17 World Cup. And Jamaica finished 15th within the tournament itself. You could say this is Jamaica's second highest finish in any FIFA World Cup event. And as we know, 2011, that's when Jamaica qualified. When we qualified again for the Under-17 World Cup in Mexico, and the tournament expanded to 24 teams. So it has expanded from 16 teams to 24 teams, and now 48 teams. So, as we know, since 1985 to present, the tournament, as you can see, were 1985, 1987, 1989, 1991, 1993, 95, 97, 99, 01, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19. 2021, there wasn't an under-17 World Cup, as we know, COVID. 2023, the cycle, in a sense, you could say, reset. So there was an under-17 World Cup last year in Indonesia. And now we continue along. Now we're starting in 2025, which is next year, specific to the World Cups itself. We have a scenario where every year from 2025 to 2029, that's 2025, 2026, 2027, 2028, 2029, the next 5 years, we have 5 under-17 World Cups. And each of those 5 under-17 World Cups will be in Qatar. Not only that, each of the 5 under-17 World Cups will be expanded to 48 teams. The under-17 World Cup has doubled in size from 24 teams to 48 teams. 24 teams to 48 teams. I think everybody should be quite excited, thrilled about this growth, because this is something riveting. Even before the 2026 tournament in USA and Mexico and Canada, the Under-17 World Cup is the first time that we're going to see something of this nature, where we have a tournament where we have 48 teams. For the first time in history, it's going to take place before the 2026 tournament. So it's going to be in 2025. Qatar is going to host it. Of course, the dates are still to be decided on that matter in particular. Qatar as host, the automatic qualifiers, which means that there's another 47 more spots to be filled for this tournament in particular. Now, I know exactly what you guys are saying. Simon, how many spots for Concacaf? As I'm sure you would have seen in the comments a little bit earlier as well. Yeah. So let's start here, shall we? 6 football confederations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? 6 football confederations. What was the breakdown at the last tournament in 2023? What was the breakdown in that situation? Well, Asia had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots. Africa had 4 spots. Concacaf had 1, 2, 3, 4 spots. CONMEBOL had 1, 2, 3, 4 spots. Oceania had 2 spots. And UEFA had 5 spots. CONCACAF had how many spots? 4 spots. What about in 2019 in Brazil? What was the breakdown there? Well, Asia had 4 spots, Africa 4 spots, CONCACAF 4 spots, CONMEBOL 5 spots, Oceania 2 spots, and UEFA 5 spots. Do you see the trend there? We've seen 2 spots for the Oceania region, the OFC region, and we've seen 5 for UEFA. And of course, depending on where the host is, that's like an additional spot for the team that is in that confederation in particular. Let's look at one more example in 2017, shall we? Asia, 4 spots plus the host, that's 5. Africa, 4 spots. CONCACAF, 4 spots. CONMEBOL, 4 spots. Oceania, 2 spots. UEFA, 5 spots. So that's what we've seen in terms of recent times in relation to those slot allocation for teams, all right? So CONCACAF currently, when we're going by the last tournament, CONCACAF had 4 spots, right? Remember when we had the qualifiers under Coach Mern Gordon, 4 spots. With the tournament now expanding from 24 to 48 teams, what is 48 divided by 6? Well, 48 divided by 6 is 8, because 8 times 6 is 48. You guys know that, right? 8 times 6 is 48. You guys don't need a calculator to know that. 8 times 6 is 48. So if you were to go by logic, you would say, okay, there's 6 football confederations. So that means, okay, 8 spots for each confederation? Could be. Let's say each confederation had 6 spots, right? Then that would leave 36 teams. Let's say each confederation had 7 spots. That would be 42, right? 42, which would give another 6 spots, right? Qatar is going to be a host, so 43, so that means 5 spots up for grabs. So you could safely say that CONCACAF has 6 spots. And regardless of whether, when FIFA makes the announcement of the slot allocation, whether it is announced that CONCACAF has 5 spots, 6 spots, 7 spots, or 8 spots, regardless of the increase that will come to CONCACAF for the foreseeable future for under-17 tournaments for men, everybody in this world should be excited. Every Jamaican should be excited by this accomplishment, because it will mean more spots, more opportunities for Jamaica to also be at global events. And that is exactly what we want to see, don't we? Jamaica competing on the world stage, junior, senior level, and for both sexes, men and women. Everybody wants to see. And that in itself is something that we should all be pleased about and and looking forward to. So it's exciting. Now, the Under-17 World Cup for men is not the only World Cup where we are seeing an expansion. We're also seeing an expansion for the Under-17 Women's World Cup as well. Yes, we're seeing an expansion there as well. We started out the Under-17 Women's World Cup with being a 16-team event. In 2008, 2010, 12, 14, 16, 18, 2020, as we know, COVID, 2022, the last tournament was in India. All right. Now, the tournament has expanded from 16 teams to 24 teams. That's right, 16 teams to 24 teams. So that in itself is exciting, because you're jumping by 50% in terms of the number of slots. If it went to 32, then you're basically doubling it, but it's a 24-team event. So first thing first, before we talk about that a little bit, the last tournament was 2022 in India. How much spots were given to CONCACAF? Well, so for Asia, it was 3 spots, 2 plus the hosts, India, so that's 3 spots. Africa, 3 spots. Concacaf, 3 spots. CONMEBOL, 3 spots. UEFA, 3 spots. And the Oceania region, 1 spot. What was the slot allocation in 2018 in Uruguay? Well, 3 spots for Asia, 3 spots for Africa, 3 spots for CONCACAF, 3 spots for South America, 3 spots for Europe, and 1 spot for Oceania. What about 2016 in Jordan? Well, CONCACAF also had 3 spots for that tournament. The last time, well, 2014 as well, 3 spots for CONCACAF. In 2012 in Azerbaijan, 3 spots for CONCACAF. In 2010 in Trinidad and Tobago, 3 spots for CONCACAF. In 2008 in New Zealand, where we actually had a girl who is a rookie girl for Jamaica right now playing in this tournament, in Tiffany Cameron. She played at the U17 World Cup in New Zealand in 2008. CONCACAF, 3 spots. All right, 3 spots. The tournament, the Under-17 Women's World Cup, which will be in October this year, CONCACAF has how many spots? 3 spots. 1 for the host and 2 from the qualifiers itself. And as we know, come next year, you're going to have the Under-17 Women's World Cup as well. It's going to take place in Morocco, 2025, 6, 7, 8, 9. 24-team event, CONCACAF will have more spots. With CONCACAF in the past having 3 spots, now CONCACAF will have 4. Asia will have 4 spots. Africa, 4 spots plus the host. CONMEBOL, 4 spots. Oceania, 2 spots. UEFA, 5 spots. And CONCACAF, 4 spots. So again, another piece of exciting information there that we should all be thrilled about. Do we have any changes on the under-20 side of things? Well, that's something that we can be able to look at so that everybody is aware. Let's first, ladies first, because as men, we were raised as gentlemen. The Under-20 Women's World Cup, the growth of that event. Well, it started in 2002, as we know, in Canada, and it started out as a tournament for 12 teams, and in 2006 expanded to 16 teams. And starting in 2024, the Under-20 World Cup for women will be will have 24 spots. So from 16 to 24 teams. How many spots for CONCACAF? 4 spots for CONCACAF. 4 spots for CONCACAF. All right? 4 spots for CONCACAF. 2026, when the tournament is in Poland, 4 spots for CONCACAF. What about the Under-20 World Cup for men? That started back in 1977, 47 years ago. Started out as a tournament for 16 teams. 1977, 1979, 1981, 83, 85, 87, 89, 91, 93, 95. In 1997, it expanded to 24 teams. Jamaica made its mark in 2001. A draw against Egypt, our first ever point at a Youth World Cup. We took on Finland, and we also took on Argentina as well. In fact, in our group, we had a team that finished 1st and 3rd in the tournament, you know what I'm saying? And we were the only team alongside Argentina that went unbeaten against Egypt. Egypt went on to claim the bronze medal at that tournament. Pretty interesting, eh? But yeah. So, since 1997, we've had 24 teams. 97, 99, 2001, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19. We know 2021 was a year for COVID. And 2025, the tournament is in Chile. All right. Good. So CONCACAF, 4 spots. Now, the qualifiers are coming up in July. CONCACAF has how many spots? 4 spots. It's a 24-team event. How many spots do CONCACAF have? 4 spots. 4 for Africa, 4 for Asia. South America has 4 spots plus the host in Chile, 2 spots for Oceania, and 5 spots for UEFA. Everybody understand that? If anybody have questions, let me know. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Eager to hear what you guys have to say. If you have any questions with regards to these youth tournaments, because it's important that everybody understands and get the gist of what I'm saying. No word yet if the tournament for the under-20 men will expand from 24 to 32 teams, but we've seen the expansion for under-17 men and women. So that in itself is something that we should all be pleased about, 100%. The Concacaf Under-20 Championship. This is where we have the opportunity to qualify for the Under-20 World Cup in Irapuato and Celaya. 12 teams remain. 4 will book their ticket to Chile next year. The tournament in Chile. The date isn't selected, but I've heard it's September, but we shall see. These are the teams. The United States, Honduras, Mexico, Panama, Costa Rica, the Dominican Republic, Cuba, El Salvador, Guatemala, Canada, Haiti, and Jamaica. Jamaica are in Group A, alongside the United States, Costa Rica, Cuba. Group B, Honduras, Dominican Republic, El Salvador, and Canada. Group C, Mexico, Panama, Guatemala, and Haiti. Top 2 from each group alongside the 2 best third-place teams advances to the quarterfinals of the competition. You win your quarterfinal, you will have booked your ticket for Chile in 2025. That's exactly what you do once you're able to achieve that. So now we can be able to go into the Under-17 Reggae Boyz now. And the journey to the next Under-17 World Cup, it begins now. The journey to Qatar starts right now. It begins right now. 48-team tournament, more spots up for grab in CONCACAF, and one that I know everybody will be eagerly looking forward to seeing. More spots will come, of course. We await to hear from FIFA the slot allocation, but one thing we know for sure, it will be more than 4 spots for CONCACAF. We have 2 friendly internationals against Trinidad, Friday and Sunday. Big boost, big opportunity as well to continue to grow. We have been having camps domestically on the island in Jamaica, and also we've been having camps in the diaspora as well. It's so encouraging when you see what you see taking place as well at the Captain Horsborough Center of Excellence, and also in Florida as well. In Coral Springs quite recently, persons coming from as far even as Spain. You know, Jojo Lombardo flew from Spain to Florida, participated in the camp, and back in Spain now. You know, it just goes to show commitment. You're seeing at an early age commitment of players as well, to be able to make the time to be available for a weekend camp. You're getting to see the ability of these players as well. So it opens up the player pool as well for Coach Freddie Butler and his team as well, his under-17 coaching staff, to put things into place for what lies ahead. And that in itself is something we should all be pleased about, thrilled about, happy about. And how does that sound? Well, yeah, when you think about it, It's one that we should all be looking forward to eagerly and saying to ourselves, this is our moment to return to the Under-17 World Cup for the first time since 2011. The Under-17 World Cups that Jamaica have qualified for came in 1999 and 2011. 1999, New Zealand. 2011, Mexico. 1999 in New Zealand, took on Paraguay, took on Burkina Faso, and we also took on Qatar. 2011, took on Japan, Argentina, and France. And every tournament we've gone to, we've created history along the way. 2011, our first goal and our first point at an Under-17 World Cup. Every FIFA tournament we've been in, we've done something that we've never done before and created more waves, more strides along. Any Weather Sports says, good evening, Simon. Good evening. How are you? Hope you're doing well, sir. So when you factor in that you're going to have an increase in the spots, it may mean a change in the format of World Cup qualifying as well at the Under-17 level for men. So we'll see how that comes. Concacaf are still to reveal the qualification format and schedule as well. So we await to plan that out. But these practice games are incredibly important right now. So Coach Butler and his coaching staff is aware of what is available, what can we do, and come up against an opponent that they know quite well. And what I must say, in terms of Trinidad as well, the Under-17 head coach of Trinidad and Tobago, Sean Cooper, he's somebody that has been around for a long time. So even the last time that Jamaica qualified for the Under-17 World Cup, Sean Cooper was the coach, and of course was a coach last year as well of the team. Somebody has been around and basically has brought, he brought through Dwayne Muckett, he brought through Johan Welsh. So a lot of the players that you see in the Trinidad and Tobago first team now, that came through the Under-17s. Sean Cooper is known for that in terms of the time that he spends with young players. So whatever team that Trinidad puts on the field come Friday, we're at least aware of what he's able to bring to the occasion, So that in itself is something we should be pleased about. I want to play a little about what he said about these two upcoming matches.
Continuation of the U15 program. We have expanded the pool with about 13 to 15 new players. So at the end of the day, when we are selecting players for the final stage of Concacaf 2025, we will have a deeper pool to select from.
Actually, how does this fit into your preparations and the significance of something like this?
Well, it's always meaningful to have quality games. I think Jamaica has always provided us with quality training games, and this is just another step in our development, the boys' development. So I am very glad that we got the opportunity to go to Jamaica and give them that exposure and continue to develop. Indeed, the meaningful venture in going forward with these games, because it's very important. And once they are in line with the program that was continuing, I'm very, very much pleased with what they have done so far. Well, I'm very pleased so far because in the past we may have had this tournament or this trip cancelled because of the elections and whatever taking place when we're supposed to travel. So for them to give the boys continued opportunity, I'm very glad they are continuing with the program that the TD has started and continue to develop.
These are products of the U15 high performance program, and now they are getting that exposure and that graduation international Under-17 team.
Well, some of the boys here would have been with the program before. They did not get the chance to go over to DR with the Under-15s, but they were part of the program. So, it's a very tight-knit group, and it will benefit them. And I'm very glad with some of the development because, they are very, very, very much pushing for positions. So all in all, the preparation have been going very, very well.
That was Sean Cooper, the head coach of the under-17 Trinidad and Tobago team. And he speaks about what these fixtures mean for him and his unit as well. Yes, Brian Martin, hope you're doing well, man. You've been busy, man, but I understand, man. So it just goes to show everything. You know, everybody's looking forward to these games. I've stressed at length about the slot allocation for future under-17 World Cups. The tournament being 24 teams and expanding to 48 teams. Concacaf already having 4 spots when it was a 24-team event. So you can imagine how much spots Concacaf would have as a 48-team event. You know, I'm projecting 6. I'm projecting 6, but if it is 8, then that would be absolutely fantastic. You know what I'm saying? To have that sort of growth, and we want to have that continuity as well. And I know everybody would be quite pleased as well to understand that we have the under-17 World Cup that takes place every year now. And we know the significance of this because we have a situation where when it's every 2 years, you don't have an age group or a year that misses out. You understand what I'm saying? You're having an under-17 World Cup every year. You know, you have consistency, you have a bit of fluency as well. And you can even have players that play in 2 under-17 cycles or more based on this cycle of things. And I do think it is a wonderful move by FIFA to be able to have not only more under-17 World Cups, but also to expand the tournament as well to 48 teams. So that in itself is something that is great, and very happy about it. So seeing the Senior Men's World Cup, 48 teams, the Under-17 World Cup, 48 teams, still at the Under-20 World Cup, it is a 24-team event. I think it could be a 32-team event, personally, a 32-team event for the Under-20 World Cup. On the women's side of things, it's now a 32-team Women's World Cup. Now, at the youth levels, you look at the Under-20 and Under-17 World Cups. The Under-17 World Cup is going to be 24 teams as it stands. And, you know, we've spoken about the Under-20 FIFA Women's World Cup as well when it first came about as well back in 2002 in Canada, how it started as a 12-team event and now expanding to 24 teams as well. So the Under-17 and Under-20 World Cups for women, they're going to be 24-team events. And we know that for men at the Under-20 level, it is a 24-team event. Under-17 World Cup, it's a 48-team event. I'm curious to see, though, for future Under-20 World Cups for men, if we'll have that expansion for 24 teams. I think that will be something that we can be able to eagerly look forward towards. I think persons would be quite pleased to see an increase in slot allocation for future under-20 World Cups. As we know, it's a tournament where persons start to say the next star, the next big star, or persons that are already in their first teams at their respective clubs, and they're looking at the Under-20 World Cup to see what they're like with their country and starting to make their preliminary predictions about what the future will be like for that player in particular. So that's why I say it's an exciting tournament for us to delve into the Under-20 World Cup itself, you know. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it's an exciting one, and I can't wait to see what lies ahead for these tournaments, you know. So it will be good, and I can't wait. So that in itself is good. Yep. That is that, folks. That is that. Thank you all so much for tuning into this video. I greatly appreciate it. If you guys haven't already, I encourage you please to hit the like button, and after doing so, to hit the subscribe button to Reggae Boyz Commentary for more content. Okay, guys? Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well for more right here on Reggae Boyz Commentary. Like, share, and subscribe for more content. If you guys haven't already, hit the like button, and after doing so, to hit the subscribe button as well. Okay, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll be back with so much more right here on Reggae Boyz Commentary.
Just goes like that. Reggae Boyz invasion of the world. Big side, big side.
I'm Altamont Freddie Butler.
And I'm Ricardo Baby Gardner, and you are watching the Reggae Boyz commentary.
Reggae Boyz commentary, live and direct every time.
Hi, I'm Damari Gray. You're watching Reggae Boyz commentary.
This video is brought to you by Andy Gone Nuts. 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471. This video is brought to you by Starboys Juices. Infusing fruits with sea moss in Philadelphia and New Jersey. Refreshing, nutritious, and delicious. There are numerous flavors to choose from. There is strawberry sea moss, peanut hard-on, beaten thing, pineapple sea moss, mango sea moss, pineapple ginger, ginger root, cucumber ginger, and so much more. Call Starboys at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454. Call now and you won't be disappointed. If you think the juices were good, then try Starboys Jello, full of flavor and sumptuous. Again, call Starboys at 1-267-904-3454. That's 1-267-904-3454. Hey guys, thank you so much for taking your time out to watch this video in particular. But let me give you an update on a channel called Sport City. Yes, Sport City. It is a channel dedicated to everything related to Jamaican sports. Football, cricket, athletics, netball, rugby league, rugby union, tennis, lacrosse, swimming, you name it, we got it on Sport City. And what is the channel designed to do? It is designed to highlight Jamaican talents across all of those sporting disciplines. If you're a Jamaican and you're playing that sport, then we got you covered on Sport City. So it's quite simple, guys. Hit the subscribe button to Sport City right now.
Hi, my name is Lee Williamson. Subscribe to Reggae Boyz commentary.
Hi, my name is Joby McAnuff. Subscribe to Reggae Boyz commentary.
I'm Javon Watson, and you're watching Reggae Boyz commentary.
Hi everybody, I'm Darren Moore, and you're watching Reggae Boyz commentary.
Yes, Reggae Boyz commentary, like and subscribe, yeah? Reggae Boyz commentary, like, share and subscribe.
Reggae Boyz commentary, subscribe, like and share. Is that the right order?